Hi guys, thanks so much for joining me here on Jewel Tones. I'm here with Dr. Tom Mammone, who is the Mac Daddy of Clinique, who formulates all the skincare. He has literally battled snowstorms on 2 continents to be here. Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Tom. I wanted to ask you about SPF. I know a lot of people, naming no names, don't use it when you have deeper skin tones, but how important is it to use SPF?
No, that's an excellent question, really interesting question. My recommendation would be yes. They could probably wear a lower SPF number, but I still, sun is the #1 culprit for skin aging and a lot of other things like skin cancer. So my recommendation is that, they may not see immediate erythema or redness like more lighter skin tone people will, but there are long-lasting changes to their skin as opposed to just the immediate redness and irritation that occurs in lighter skin tones.
I wanted to ask you about skin texture, because a lot of women with deeper skin tones can have quite rough texture, and like me are quite sensitive, would avoid a physical exfoliator. So can you recommend anything which is quite gentle on the skin?
Well, there's actually several different what we call chemical exfoliators, like natural things like salicylic acid, and a really, really great gentle exfoliator is N-acetylglucosamine. Again, it sounds scarier than it is. It's actually a natural sugar that's found in the body, and it's very, very gentle, but it encourages that roughness of those rough skin cells to kind of exfoliate naturally, and what we call desk warming.
So you look as good as you do when you Photoshop?
Yes.
Okay, good. I would love to ask you about acne on a deeper skin tone. I know when I have a spot, it can go nuclear, it can blow up and stay for years or months to get rid of. What can we do about that?
Well, that's a really interesting question, because we've been studying skin hyperpigmentation in the lab for many years, and as you probably know, when there's irritation to the skin, we call it post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So it could be acne lesion, or it could be, sometimes I've seen allergy reactions to jewelry. It does go away. It does take a long time though. So we have a whole franchise, even better franchise, even better clinical serum is one product in there that is very, very powerful and slows and reverses that excessive hyperpigmentation and evens out the skin tone. It doesn't bleach the skin, it evens out the skin tone. It doesn't use chemicals that are harsh and bleaching. It actually does the opposite. It has ingredients in it that are soothing and calming to the skin, so that hyperpigmentation that's due to irritation slows.
So when we're reading labels, what ingredients should we look out for? I know mulberry is a good one.
Mulberry is actually a really very soothing and powerful hyperpigmentation reducing agent. Glycerinic acid, licorice is a great material. We also use a material that is very special to us, and it's called UP302. It's probably labeled on the label a little different, but it's a very powerful anti-inflammatory and soother of the skin. We also use a lot of antioxidants, because we know that the inflammation is also triggered by oxidative reactions.
Fantastic. And I wanted to talk to you about inflammation. What effect does inflammation have on the skin?
When we go to dermatologists and talk to them, they tell us over and over and over that many of the things that we see in skin as changes in the skin are inflammatory changes, and there's an inflammatory reaction that's occurring. And to a certain extent we need that, but in many cases it's it's zealous, it's extreme.
So your body's on the trigger.
It shoots before it looks. Yeah. And so things like an acne lesion, instead of just becoming a small little pore, it becomes very red and inflamed. And then sometimes in darker skin, it'll turn to hyperpigmentation. So this whole cascade is due to inflammation. And what you'll notice is that many dermatologists will prescribe a topical soothing agent, something that's going to be anti-inflammatory. So we have a large program. We're always looking for new soothing and calming agents and putting them together in a blend. So you see many of our products have what we call anti-irritants or anti-inflammatories. And they can range from things as simple as caffeine to resveratrol to glycerinic acid, etc. All of these and many others are soothing to the skin.
So it helps to calm things down if they get a bit crazy.
Absolutely, yeah.
Fantastic. And last question, I want to talk to you about acne, because spots and pimples and blemishes, what can you do? Because I know if you have an acne-prone skin, you can overstrip the skin, which is a big no-no. But what do you recommend?
Well, yeah, the acne is a project, and we're always looking at trying to figure out how we can do better at it. But we've got some really potent products to address acne. Spot Healing Gel and Clearing Lotion are two very, very strong products that we have that will reduce acne lesions. They use salicylic acid, which is a over-the-counter recommended ingredient, but they're formulated in a very special way. They actually have not just the salicylic acid, but they've got soothing agents too, because many people who've got acne have like sensitive skin. They have a reduced barrier, their pores are sensitive, they tend to react to things in the environment or foods that they eat, etc.
That can cause flare-ups on the skin.
And it can cause flare-ups, yeah. So what we recommend is that they use salicylic acid and that they be gentle with their skin, but they still need to cleanse it and exfoliate.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Dr.
My
Tom.
pleasure.
Lovely to see you.
You too.
And have a great flight back. And thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Thank you. Bye.